Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week.
For projects big or small, Schwalbach Ace Hardware of Windham has it all. From paint, tools, plumbing and heating supplies, to garden and lawn essentials, to housewares, home decor, and more. Family owned since 1946, we're proud to offer friendly service and expert advice. Stop in today and let us help you get the job done. The place with the helpful hardware, folks, is Schwalbach Ace Hardware of Windham. I'm joined right now by Windham senior Alivia Letcher, our Athlete of the Week this week. Congratulations, Alivia.
Thank you.
Let's go back to Thursday's game against Worthington. And going into Thursday's game, Worthington is a team that you guys have been very competitive with the last couple of years. Picked up a win down there last year. What was the preparation for Thursday's match like?
Mostly we watched a lot of film on us, just making sure that we know what our job was, because we knew we could compete with Worthington, so we just wanted to make sure that we were confident in what our plan was going into it, and just staying focused on like the mindset of we can do this, like we can compete with them.
They got off to the early lead on you guys. Take me through what happened on their goal.
Yeah, kind of just fell apart for a little bit there, but after they scored, we knew in our head like we needed to stay composed and do something to get like the energy back up. So I was really focused on trying to make other people feel like we weren't out of it, because I know that when people score on us, it can feel like, oh, well, that's the game, like that's it, we can't do anything. But making sure that we stay focused and realize that we can do that.
The weather was a little bit of a factor on Thursday. I know that it was a pretty strong wind. There was a bit of rain that you guys had to deal with. How did that affect things on the field and just the mindset of the team?
Honestly, I think at that point we were kind of just having fun. Like we were like, how is this even happening right now? We can barely run and we're playing a soccer game. So everyone was just kind of trying to do their best, like focus through it. And yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think we powered through well.
Your first goal ended up tying the game, and it was a little bit of a fluky goal. I imagine that the wind kind of helped on that goal.
Yeah, for sure. I was kind of just like sigh of relief after. I didn't think it was going to go in, and then it went, and I was like, okay, well, now we have to get another one, because now it's just 0-0. So not a whole lot of like, oh, let's go. I was just like, okay, now we have to keep going kind of mindset.
Offensively on Thursday, though, I was impressed with the number of offensive chances that you guys were able to generate. And in your role as a midfielder, a lot of that is just trying to get passes moving forward that your forwards can kind of chase down.
Yeah, we recently changed up our formation a little bit so that we are able to get more of those attacks, because recently when we get it up there, it's kind of just one or two people that have to deal with the ball. But now my job is kind of more offensively minded, so that if I pass up, I go with them, and like we have more people up there to help out and have more opportunities for that.
How important is that to generate more offense?
Yeah, it's super important. We were also kind of clumped up in the middle a little bit, so we cleared that out, and we have more space to work and do our own thing. Celebrating
a well executed play like that for a team that has had its struggles on offense. What was that like as you're watching the play develop?
It felt so good, because we know what we're supposed to do or what we're supposed to try to do, and it's so hard to actually execute that. So when we do, it's like, holy crap, we can do this. Like the energy just soared. It was awesome. Like we knew that this was possible. The energy just kept going, the momentum, everything, just positives.
Second half, you guys are going into the wind, and from an offensive standpoint, that really completely changes everything, because just getting the ball into the attack zone is more difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when there was those kind of spurts of super bad wins, we just kind of had to keep possession of the ball and focus on what we could do, not necessarily scoring, but just maintaining possession so that they can do anything with their advantage.
Your goal in the second half, I haven't seen too many long range goals quite like the one that you were able to get. Take me through that play.
To be honest, I was kind of looking down at the ball. I was like, I think I'm close enough to the goal. I'm just going to shoot it whenever we have the chance, because that's what our coach tells us to do whenever we have the opportunity. Don't make too many choices like going forward or whatever. I just shot it, and it happened to be like right over the goalie's hands. It's awesome.
Watching the video of that though, so you've got the penalty area box, and then you've got the little semicircle at the top of the penalty box. You were a good couple of yards past the semicircle, and kicking into the wind, you had to put some steam on that ball.
Yeah, that's definitely difficult, but that's kind of my role. Like, since I'm a midfielder, I have to be able to take those shots because I'm not going to be like super close to the goal or attacking like right into the goal. So to be able to have that in my bag is kind of really good.
A couple of girls on the team scoring their, and you were one of them, scoring their first goals.
Yeah.
But in this game, you became the first Wings player with a multi-goal game.
Really? I didn't know that, actually.
So I mean, now that you know that, how excited are you about that?
That's awesome, actually. Yeah. Just being a part of something so new is so exciting to me, and just learning about this completely new sport that I've never been a part of for these past few years has been awesome.
You've been with the soccer program basically since its inception, and there's been a lot of learning, and but I imagine that to see the team be more competitive on the field, that's probably the biggest reward.
Yeah, definitely. And we have learned how to play together a lot better because we have 3 schools all in one team, obviously. So we had to really work on our team bonding in order to be able to know what we want each other to do on the field is really important.
Looking ahead, you are starting to get to the second half of the season already. Hard to believe that it's still just the second week of school and the season's almost half over.
Yeah.
But I imagine that going ahead, the goal has got to be looking at these matches that you have against Fairmont and Marshall and bigger schools that have a little bit more experience and more tradition, and showing that you can be more competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we just have to kind of take it day by day and like game by game, because all we can do is the best that we can. And so focusing on, like, if it is one of those harder teams, just like making little goals for ourselves and for our team to work towards is really important, because we may not be able to like beat them out of the water, but we can still do what we can control and work our best to make that happen. Actually, it might have been a long time ago, but the first thing that pops in my head was summer softball. Mr. O'Donnell was our coach, and Mr. Huska. And we were talking about something like Spider-Man or something, and then Mr. O'Donnell like hops up on the fence like completely sideways or whatever, and just like it was so funny, and I still remember it. Everyone remembers it to this day. That was probably it.
What is currently on your playlist?
Lots of Alex Warren. I just went to his concert recently, so I'm pretty big obsession of him. I also like Sabrina Carpenter, and Taylor Swift's new album's coming out soon, so probably Marshall, just because they've been so good for so long that like the way we play kind of has to be different because they're so confident and they attack so much. It's like we have to really be able to mentally be tough and yeah, just doing what we can with the hardness that is a good team like that. Hopefully funny. I try to be funny. I like getting through hard times with jokes and humor. And also maybe like bossy sometimes. Sometimes I don't communicate in the most healthy manner, but hopefully they don't take it to heart because I don't mean it by heart. I love to play video games. I play Fortnite with my sister a lot. And I love to play sports outside of school too. Just like spike ball, anything. I love it.
And of course, you're a senior this year. Have you started narrowing down what's next?
Sort of, step by step. I've toured some colleges and have looked into different majors. I'm looking into music education right now, so I'm kind of exploring that opportunity and different things in that area.
Well, that should be all we need. Congratulations on a big win on Thursday. Best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
For projects big or small, Schwalbach Ace Hardware of Windham has it all. From paint, tools, plumbing and heating supplies, to garden and lawn essentials, to housewares, home decor, and more. Family owned since 1946, we're proud to offer friendly service and expert advice. Stop in today and let us help you get the job done. The place with the helpful hardware folks is Schwalbach Ace Hardware of Windham.